Jeff and Erin Stillwell's home in Green Island Hills. And we've got our designer here that helped renovate this home, Beth Bedoin Humphreys with Beeline Studios. And so today we're going to start in the kitchen. So Beth, start off tell me about ripping out the kitchen, starting over, because Jeff is a cook and Erin loves to grow all the vegetables outside, and you like to can things. And so tell me how you well, first of all, you started off with the layout, right?
I did. I kind of obsessed with it. I mean, we were going to do a renovation, and Erin we want you to have the kitchen you want. So I literally drew all of this by hand to scale. The drawers, the cabinets, the cabinet maker couldn't believe when I handed him a 36-inch sheet of paper with the cabinets drawn down to the dimensions.
Oh, wow.
Because I wanted everything within certain arm's reach to where I'm going to stand at any position.
Okay, and then and then Beth, you came in and did what?
Told me it was all terrible. We had to start all over.
No, I'm an enabler, and I just talking to them and helping choose a design direction. So looking at images they were attracted to, saving images. We collected images and then poured through them and thought, okay, these are the finishes we like. This is the color palette, the materials, open shelving, white oak shelving, lighting. And so then we had to meticulously go through and choose every piece. We looked at every pendant light, every bar stool, every cabinet hardware.
Okay.
And so just to put all the parts and pieces together and just bring their vision to life with Jeff's functionality. And that was this room. He mandated it has to be functional above everything else. So we really collaborated on design decisions.
And then what was your input?
So again, it was very easy with Jeff picking out all the appliances, so it made my life easier, but mainly cabinets, color. Again, I knew the different style that I wanted, but I almost couldn't narrow it down, and that's again where Beth was fantastic with helping us narrow everything down. So we like to have more of the organic, different finishes, natural wood, and so even things down to the detail of the cabinet doors being cut on a plane so you can actually see the wood grain even though they're stained on top of it. Those were all the details that Beth had great ideas to really bring it to life.
All right, well, I can't wait to start walking around the kitchen and see what all have y'all done. So I wanted to start with this beautiful countertop that is huge, and it's quartzite, correct?
It is quartzite.
And then on top of it, I see you told me you made this.
I did. I got bored this weekend.
I like that.
Made that.
And then you've got bar stools on the other side, and then just topping it off here. I love this fast stuff that you grow up, because you like to grow things.
I do, yes.
I assume that you made that little arrangement, little terracotta vases.
That's right. Usually like to cut things, especially in the winter time when it's limited as far as flowers outside. I usually like to bring in greenery.
Well, that's a good tip when it's limited with flowers, just something simple green like that. And then Beth, tell us about these fixtures up here.
These are visual comfort, and we were avid Pinterest aficionados in this process, and we saved so many images and discussed them together, all of the details, and this was just the right scale. And I think with the organic, with the natural woods, then to bring metals in and a little bit of, we have the black, we have bronze, we have gold fixtures, just to add a little brightness. It's just a nice contrast of materials and glass and stone, and kind of achieving the right balance and mix, but having everything still feel organic, but with a fresh edge, I think was our goal, and I think they're perfect.
Well, no, that's a good point, because you've got brass, you've got woven material, you've got natural stone here, wood elements, slate floors. Okay, and then I want to talk about, obviously this is something you had on your list. You're the cooker, right? This is amazing.
Well, I did. I mean, listen, I love to cook. We cook, we hardly ever go out to eat, because I cook a lot. I mean, I really love it, and I really wanted this particular, Erin got crazy with how much I was researching cooktops. I was down to the BTUs per burner.
Oh gosh.
To make sure that I knew exactly what I wanted.
What kind of stove is it?
It's a GE monogram, so
okay.
it works perfectly. And then
tying in the countertop top with this.
We did. We kind of wrapped the hood, with the quartzite, and that was a bit of engineering challenge.
Oh, was it?
To come in here and have them see this all propped up. And then, you know, the open shelving and everything we did. And one thing that, you know, as much as I love to cook and, you know, do everything and just laid it all out, Erin had a mandate. That mandate was, you know, nothing on the cooktops. Like no small, you know, appliances, you know, no coffee makers, everything had to be hidden.
All right, so let's walk over here and see those.
Sure, well, we can do something right here. So look, you know, I cook a lot, so I'm obviously going to use a Vitamix and, you know, a mixer. So this is hidden behind a drawer.
See, that's,
And then I can just pull it right out. And then when I'm done, it can go right back in.
And then this other side here too has
The other side
coffee
is the
maker
exact same way. We have a coffee maker
in here.
And so we did the exact same thing here.
Genius. There you go. Slide it out.
You slide it out and we're done. It will just go right back in to accomplish errands. It's like, I don't want anything on the countertops. No clutter.
Well, yes. Well, I love how you got everything all organized, and you've done a great job here.
Well, thanks. The no clutter thing, I really think it was Jeff makes a big mess when he cooks, and I don't want to have to look at it. I think that's what I think it drove most of that.
Okay, so one of my favorite little spots in your home is this pantry, which was your laundry room, right?
It did. It was a laundry room, so we actually moved the laundry room downstairs. And, you know, I needed plenty of shelf space. Obviously, again, we cook a lot. It shows. I call this my grocery store.
Okay.
Right? And so this first thing is, you know, you'll learn Erin does a tremendous amount of gardening. I cook a lot, and everything that we have left over, I preserve, I can. We save it for use.
What are these?
Those are some little buquito peppers. They're kind of a little salad pepper that I pickled.
Okay.
So we make hot sauces, anything in the world you can think of. I sort of, we put it right here, and then I have, obviously, I get particular about,
You've got it all labeled.
All labeled, all kind of different flours for wherever I'm going to do. And, you know, then
and all your cans all lined up.
Yes, everything is lined up. That's probably Erin, not me. I'll make a big mess, and she comes in and, you know, fixes it all for me, makes it look pretty.
Well, that's great because your kitchen, you've got all these open shelves, so it's nice to have this pantry where you can hide all this stuff but still keep it all organized.
Yes, and I want it all open because last thing I want to do is be opening up doors, reaching, looking for things. I can see it, I can grab it, and I'm right back
there
in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
All right, so Beth, you designed this little space here right off the kitchen as just what, like a little sitting room where they can enjoy their coffee, look out the water.
Initially, they had a little dining table for four, which you would think would be in like a breakfast dining area. And they said they really rarely ever used it.
Okay.
So I'd done a similar seating group to this and described it, and they do use it extensively. So this is just, you can have breakfast here, you can have wine here, someone can be sitting, Erin can be sitting while Jeff is cooking.
Well, that's a good point, because
entertaining.
with him cooking and Erin helping others, it's like nice to have guests that are here, not right up necessarily where he's preparing, but still enjoying a glass of wine here and watching the cook and her.
Yes.
And Erin.
And the view and the natural light, you're tucked in here, particularly in the summer when everything's blooming. It's so green and water, and it's such a light-filled, organic space. The light fixture is from Serena and Lily. We had this rug just kind of made custom to fit this rather small space, but it works perfectly. This was a custom-made table made in Columbus with a concrete top and a steel base, and we used a Zack and Fox fabric, which has a little bit of a boho organic ecotty kind of look, and everything, it just is kind of a continuous color palette that we run throughout the house.
And you helped them with it, you found the chairs also for them too. Okay. And I love how the pillows, then it picks up perfectly on the color, the stain color on the cabinets.
I know. And with
that Jeff worked so hard on getting the right color.
It's almost like we planned it.
Yes. Well, it's a fabulous little light-filled space for sure. You kind of combine some of your things together for this home. So like the table y'all had.
That's right. Actually, Jeff had the table before we met.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Beth then updated it with these chairs, she said, from Restoration Hardware.
That's right. Yeah.
Just very simple, just a clean, simple look, nothing fighting it. And then your love for plants.
Yes.
Little cactus.
That's right. Yeah. And before we did the renovation, this whole entire area was actually blocked off. It was a big wall, and then the door frame on the other side was much more narrow and lower. So again, just trying to bring as much natural light in. You know, took down as many walls as possible, raised up the door frames, just for the natural light, especially this time of day when the water, the light reflects.
I mean, it is, you feel like you're on just a vacation here looking out of that sparkling water. And then this fabulous light, chandelier that Beth helped you find. And then I love how the draperies that she chose just blend right in with the wall color, so nothing's fighting the view.
That's right. Exactly.
And then over here on this side, so who is this artist?
So I actually did that. You know, I love to paint and had a perfect spot. I couldn't find anything necessarily that I wanted when I was looking for a painting, and so decided to do this and tie in the colors similar to the kitchen, you know, the floor and a little bit of blue and just again the natural colors. So.
Yeah, because it picks up on this dark slate color here. Yes. And then this table, you said, was made by Dale Caldwell.
That's right, yes.
And it's the wood from the Chattahoochee, the dam that they blew up, right?
Yeah. So the Chattahoochee Dam, when they were building the Whitewater Rapids, it was leftover found from that, reclaimed, and we had Dale build this, again, perfect spot for the space, tying in, you know, the natural organic wood and just something a little bit different.
Well, and it's nice too that it's so narrow because this it doesn't impede walking through here. It's not sticking out, so it's the perfect little dimensions, and I love these. These are so fun, these little on-off little lamps here. And I love your succulents.
Thank you.
Just this long little white trough kind of bowl is perfect. Well, it's great. And and like you said, because the walls have been taken down, now it just moves right into this fabulous living room.
That's right.
This home tour a little bit backwards, but I wanted to start in the kitchen because that's kind of the center of your home life. But this fabulous living room is like right off these beautiful glass doors that you said you got in California, had made in California, and it comes right into this light-filled living room that you replaced most of the windows with from Valley Fir, allowing more light to come in, looking out on this fabulous view. And right now it's like about 4 o'clock, so we're just starting to get the sun lower. It's so nice. So, and so when you came here, you really just had this table and this chair and the table behind, and then Beth found the perfect sofa.
Well, it was custom made for the spot.
Was it custom made? Okay. Perfect sofa here, and then you helped with the pillows, right? So tell us about like this fabric on the pillows.
Again, these are Tebow fabrics, and we looked at many. Okay. And one thing I love about the feeling of this room is it feels very West Coast. It feels like the water view's incredible. The natural light's incredible. It's so light and airy, and it's such an easy collection of merging their styles, their existing pieces, and it all feels intentional and pulled together so beautifully. And really, this is one piece of furniture, one big sofa. It's a very simple seating group, and this special piece from Jeff's family and history that was important to incorporate.
And that's what you do so good at, just like things that you don't have to ditch everything, incorporating things that you love and pulling it together with color.
That's always the best way to design is because it makes it authentic to you. It reflects your history and your values and your story, and then we're just adding pieces to make it fit your lifestyle at the moment.
And then I love how you add in you with, once again, with plants.
That's right.
That's kind of your love language.
Absolutely, yeah. And even the plants in the back, you know, being winter and cold outside, typically the lemon and lime trees are outside to move them.
Yeah, let's go see these plants
based on the cold weather outside.
So this is a
lemon tree
that you pulled in because it's cold outside.
Right, yes.
And then
just regular plants.
Yeah, just like a. And I love how on this side of the room, so you redid the little mantle and the kind of picking up on the tones of the floor, and then this whole bookcase area was redone, correct? And then now you've got space for all your little treasures up there. And then this flat screen TV here. And then, but what I love also is you've not added heavy drapes to this room.
Yeah.
I mean, it just floods in, and it doesn't seem to impede like enjoying the TV.
That's right.
Right?
And again, just the whole
Yeah.
goal, keeping as much natural lighting,
Yeah.
elements from outdoors in was really important to us.
Well, it really is. And then Beth, did you help with the color?
Yes.
So you're really good about that, like kind of blending the floor, the furniture.
We really chose a white and ran it throughout
Mhm.
and just streamlining this. When Jeff bought the house, it was built in the 80s
Mhm.
and it had a lot of traditional 80s details, such as very traditional mantle surrounds, cabinetry. And so in this renovation, we really wanted to streamline and then tie the architecture to the interior that they wanted. So some pieces just had to be addressed. The mantle had to be redone. The staircase had to be redone. It had traditional turned spindles. So that was completely redone. This was also done out of the same wood that the console was finished in
Okay.
the dam wood, blasted. So the architecture had to kind of carry through to tie with the updated interior.
I remember when we were going through the process, I think you called it clues. Like you need to remove any clue that it's actually certain
Mhm.
portions of the house are outdated. So, yeah.
Well, it's great.
And we deleted crown mold in most of the rooms. This was here, but deleting
Okay.
the crown, wanted to put a little bit of a cove in the dining room, redid the baseboards. So architectural elements like that really need to be addressed and redone to keep a house from being so dated.
Yeah. Okay, so Beth, it was very important to Jeff to have a fabulous, very chic bar. So you helped design this, correct?
Yes.
So Jeff, what was something that you that you had to have in your bar? Did you
Well, it's
come
like
up with
this.
all this?
So we were sitting in a bar in New Orleans. Isn't that how all
Okay.
good stories start? Right?
I love
And
it.
we were actually we were waiting on a table, and we were looking at the bar, and it had all this smoked glass, and it had the
Oh,
shelving.
the shelving.
We thought, oh, that looks fantastic, right?
Okay.
So get back home, I start online, and I start finding out, oh, there's someone who powder coats
Uh-huh.
basic metal plumbing pipe. So I ordered this kit, and then we had Muskogee glass come out and template out the glass for us.
Okay.
And the glass shelves, and we had to, cut all these little holes in the glass. So, Aaron is here helping me. I'm literally up screwing these in, and we were really nervous when we were starting to put, will the glass really fit, or this is gonna be a
Yeah.
big disaster, but it turned out wonderful. And then Beth came in and helped us with this gorgeous wallpaper on the ceiling, which really ties it together.
Yeah, tell me this wallpaper again, the name of it.
It is La Nouvelette from Cole & Sons.
Helen Sons.
And again, visual comforts, lighting.
Okay.
I think y'all put this together, didn't you?
Yes,
Oh,
put it
wow.
together, and I hung it, wired it. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But I think just the kind of the cloud motif, and this
Uh-huh.
one has a cloud-like feeling. It's just,
Oh, it's perfect in a bar, yeah.
It's such it gives this space so much personality.
Okay, and then to my right here, this full wine fridge here, 2 stories. So, are you a wine enthusiast here?
We both love wine, so, you've got to have plenty. You
I
don't want to be
love
if there's
it.
a shortage, you want to be caught short, right? So we have plenty of it right here.
And how do you categorize your wine?
Oh, that is a great, this actually is a good story because it started years ago when we were dating.
Uh-huh.
And I had, some nice wine, and Aaron had a bunch of friends over, and I come, in
Yeah.
from late in the afternoon, and they've been out there all day, and I happened to look and see a bottle of wine that had been opened, and I almost had a heart
Oh,
attack.
gosh.
Because I knew what that bottle was. I said,
Oh,
we need to
gosh.
come up with a better idea.
Okay.
So the way this is categorized, we came up with these little stickers. And so we have little round stickers.
Show us.
And so if I open some up here,
So the stickers mean to open and the other, or does it mean not to open?
well, what it means is,
Or be careful and open later?
no, there are yellow stickers,
Oh, okay.
magenta stickers, and green stickers.
Okay.
So if it's not stickered, drink whatever you want to.
Gotcha.
There's yellow is a certain range of price, green is a certain range of price, magenta is a certain range of price. So that prevents us from running happening, grabbing a bottle, maybe, for a bunch of party, and we probably shouldn't have had that one, right?
Oh,
So
I love it.
it keeps me a little bit in check.
There you go. Well, that is a great system.
Well, it became out of necessity, right? So I wasn't going to go broke.
This is the powder bath, and plants are Aaron's love language, and powder baths are my love language. So I'm obsessed with moody, dark powder baths with just romantic and sexy, beautiful. So this was really inspired by the vibe, the feel, and the floating wall-to-wall marble vanity. Then it was just a matter of choosing the right marble, choosing the right plumbing, choosing the right lighting, and the wallpaper. The wallpaper's from Kravit. Again, visual comforts, wall sconces. This is Brizo, and it came from Ferguson. This we selected from Acme Brick and Tile, this marble. And then the photography, Aaron's father took the bottom two photographs. Jeff took the top photograph and framed them and displayed them in this way. But to me, it's such a nice contrast with the dark walls. The rest of the house is the white. This is just so moody, but sexy, pretty, and I can't get enough of it. I can just hang out here all day.
So now we've stepped into the master bedroom, which is also home to your little puppy.
Right. We have 2 dogs in here, and there's a cat
And
hidden
there's a
under the
cat
bed
under
right
the
now. But our fur babies all in here.
And then I love how this room also faces the water. So, I mean, just laying in bed, wow, what a fantastic water view. It's so peaceful. And then this room is another good example of kind of mixing some of your stuff together and then having Beth add some things to kind of tie it together.
That's right.
So she added the pillows, correct?
So actually had the pillows.
You had the pillows.
Yeah, and so the lamps and the rug.
Okay.
But then
These
also
lamps.
just kind of tying everything together. As I mentioned earlier, when we first got married, we both had 2 fully furnished houses, and so it was fun just combining our style, which was very complimentary, but then Beth again tying it together. So
Okay, because she said she added the carpet.
that's right.
And then the trim on the draperies,
Mhm.
and then she added the bench. And that's what she's so good at, using what you have
That's right.
and adding a few new pieces, and then and then just being able to tie it together with using different fabrics, carpet to tie things together, color on
That's
the
right.
walls to tie in together. And there you go. That's,
That's
all,
right.
and once again, you've got some of your plants over here that just
Yes.
add life to your space. It's just it's a beautiful, peaceful retreat.
Thank you.
And I love how, once again, coming in right off these double doors that are glass and coming right into this little vestibule, and you're greeted with this fabulous, and it's resin. It's by Marina Dunbar, who's from Columbus, and she trained under Bo Bartlett, right?
That's right, yes. And so I've had this one for over a decade. Actually, it was one of the first paintings when she was experimenting with resin, which
Okay.
is now has a very successful career in a lot of different similar styles on large scale. So it's the perfect piece just to tie everything together. And
And then I love his guitar.
Yes.
That kind of introduces
That's
his
right.
love of music
That's
right
right.
when you walk in the front door here.
that's right.
All right, so this house just goes on and on. So now we've come downstairs into another just beautiful light-filled living space that goes right on to the water, right onto your swimming pool. And the first thing you see when you come down here is this fabulous painting of your great-grandfather,
No,
correct?
it's actually my grandfather.
Your grandfather.
And so there's a famous artist in New York named Mike Howard. He grew up here. He went to high school with my parents. He loved my grandfather, and he wanted to paint this as a gift for me. So he
Okay.
actually called my mother and had her send a picture of my grandfather hunting. And he
Okay.
painted this off that. Now, anyone that happens to know Mike, he's a large format painter.
Right.
So we had to actually have a picture of the painting done to hang, because the actual canvas that we have is 9 feet tall by like 7 feet
okay.
wide.
Oh.
And the time we would frame it, we wouldn't
Oh.
fit in the room. So
No.
we did this actually with his permission to take a picture of the painting. And there it is. And every time I see it, I think of my grandfather, and that was his
What a-
favorite bird dog, Ted. And it
What
gives
a-
me pleasure every time I look at it.
Yeah, what a special memory. And then the colors from here, I love, because it's you've kind of used this as your jumping off point a
Yes.
little bit and pulled some of these colors that Beth has done such a great job of pulling all these colors into this room through the pillows, and these beautiful lamps and that table over there that Beth did, that Beth sourced.
Yeah.
And then Erin with her plants over
Plants,
here.
I mean, we love it. Turned out wonderful, and
Yeah.
great place to watch a movie late at night.
There you go. So in designing this space, like we just talked about, the pulling out some of the colors from the painting. So tell us about like some of the pillows and fabrics that you used, or what did you add to this space?
This is again a perfect example. They had existing pieces, great looking pieces, so it's just adding pieces that were needed in this space.
Uh-huh.
So again, with a new rug and a pair of chairs and a pair of pillows that again kind of have a little bit of an organic bohemian feel. And this table was made specifically, custom made locally, to really kind of to keep Erin's plants in the sun, and when she needs to pull things from outside inside, and it just does a great job of bringing the outdoors in. And then these lamps came from Circle Lighting in Atlanta, but they had the cool pieces, and it was just adding a few missing elements and layering in just a little bit, helping with this accent wall paint color and pulling off of the colors out of this super great painting.
Well, and that's the sign of a good decorator, designer, is listen to your clients and looking at what already they have, and then figure out what is needed, and not having to like start all over from scratch. And you're very good at like using what they have and just once again filling in with some pillows, some specific furniture that's custom made for her plants, adding the right lamps, and there you go. Okay, so downstairs off that room we were in, we walk into the most beautiful home office I think I've ever seen. So this is your home office.
It is.
And tell us what you communicated to Beth, like how did you want it to feel?
Yeah. So this was the most recent project when actually I changed jobs. I work fully remote now, which usually means being on an airplane somewhere, but really wanted it to be feminine, wanted different types of design brought in. So we really, I'm trying to even think through how we even began.
Did you start off like maybe like with the blue color?
You had an existing rug in this room that we're no longer using, and it had these soft blue and green and changed tones,
okay.
and I think it kind of served as an inspiration. And we knew we wanted it to be feminine, but still have clean lines, organic lines that flow with the rest of the house. But Erin is the picture of femininity, and the rest of the house is such clean lines and a little more, not masculine, but certainly very clean. So this was a perfect opportunity to do something kind of over the top girly, but still modern. So I think we just did a perfect job.
I think so too.
And it really kind of started with this fabric, which is again Tebow. I do use other fabrics, I swear. There's a Casamance fabric over there, which is French. It's kind of a blushy velvet to add a little plushness. But it's kind of a wood grain, kind of a watery palette. And we found this really sweet rug that we did in a custom dimension from Woody and Benet Floor Studio.
Okay.
She had this existing sofa. So that also kind of dictated the color palette a little bit. And even though it is a little more green, we pulled out the blues a little bit and then added this grass cloth, which was a commitment. It was a financial commitment to this room. But it really makes the space. It adds so much texture. And then the boucle chair, and then the furniture pieces are kind of a little art deco.
Yeah, talk to me about this
Yeah.
desk. This is I love it. It's I've never seen anything like that with the cutouts here for her
Yeah.
little baskets.
Yeah.
And the tone of the wood.
Yeah, this was again, we collaborated through Pinterest and saved images and saved pieces, and I saw this desk and I was like, oh, I'm obsessed, I love it. And Erin saw the desk and went, oh, I love it. I'm like, oh, thank you. So this was kind of the heart of the office, I would say.
Yeah.
It just really kind of, we built around this, and the view's incredible, and ta-da, the piece of art has been created by Erin herself. So inspired by the palette, found the piece of art, and she did such a great job of producing that. And then it's just a matter of kind of what is the functionality going to be. There needed to be lighting, there needed to be storage. She converted one of these closets into a very well organized storage space. And then she did have this existing shelving piece already. So we just filled it with some crystals and some rocks and some books and special pieces and photos, and so that was something that we were able to incorporate, and the glass table was hers as well. Everything else was new, and it was such a treat. We just finished it recently, and she just started this incredible job, and to be able to come and work in this space, I think anyone would want to do that.
Well, no, it's very important, like when you work remote, to have a spot that you like, and
That's
then
right.
also to have all this light looking outside.
That's right.
I mean, you're not in an enclosed room, so it's a beautiful office. It's a great spot.
Thank you. It turned out really well.
Okay, so after moving out of that very feminine home office of Erin's, we move into your domain,
It's a very masculine.
which is very masculine. So you've got your pool table,
I do.
your guitars, and tell me the history. You had a cool story about this pool
Yes,
table.
this was my grandfather's pool table, but actually before that, it belonged in one of the more seedy locations in Phoenix City, Alabama, in the heyday of Sin City.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually was burned at one point in time. You can see some char marks on top of it. But, it was part of my family before then, so I kept it and sort of restored it, and here it is. And then obviously I have a little bit of a collecting guitar habit,
Yes.
which,
Do you
James
play
wrote-
also?
I play-ish. How about that?
Okay.
I have fun
That's good.
playing, but when people are over and it's time for everybody to leave, I start playing and I run right out of the house pretty quick.
All right, so this has been so fun touring around your home, and I have my little lovely friends here next to me, and Chef Jeff across the counter is going to fix us an appetizer and pour us some wine.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't have people, I'm from the South. I mean, you can't have people over and not offer food. I mean, it's sacrilegious to do something like
There you
that.
go.
So I just thought we'd whip up something, very quick. It's just, late 4:30 in the afternoon or so. So I really have some nice goat cheese that I just got from our new Green Island grocery that opened up.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
fantastic.
Okay.
It's so convenient. So we're gonna put some nice piece of goat cheese. And we're gonna put it right here on this plate.
Yum.
And then, since we talked about Erin growing all this great produce and then me pickling and preserving it, this is a habanero pepper jelly that I made with peppers that Erin grew. And then I made this pepper jelly, and we're gonna put that
Big old spoonful.
yeah, right here on top of this.
Good Southern favorite here.
Well, you know, typically it is, but typically it's cream cheese, so I'm
That's
gonna
right.
go with goat cheese.
That's right.
And then just to add a little something, we're gonna take some pistachios, and we're gonna put some pistachios on it, kind of around
Gilding
the
the
plate.
lily here. Look at that.
And we're gonna put this right here, and also have some cashews that I kind of tricked up with some rosemary and cayenne. And Erin's gonna get us some crackers and maybe a cutting utensil, because I don't do well at that. I would just hand her a regular butter knife, but she's gonna get something pretty. Meanwhile, we're gonna pour some wine. You know, I pulled out this nice bottle from Sonoma Valley, Bartholomew Estate. We were just there about a month or two ago and brought this back. Sauvignon Blanc will go great with this. So for those who love white, I think this is preferred. So let me get a glass.
And
You
then
know,
once again, this is the cutting board that you made.
I did make it, right? I've had some shoulder surgery recently and sort of limited, so I got bored and needed something to do. So I said, I'll make a cutting board for some scrap lumber I had around my workshop.
Never a dull moment.
What a cool glass here. Here, Erin.
Thank you. You guys can have it. Y'all are our guests. You can figure it
And then, you know,
out. Do red.
wine is wine. Everybody likes the thing, even though white goes better. Erin loves red.
Oh, you're a red girl.
I love red.
Another bottle we got from Sonoma, Petronchelli.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank you, Stillwells.